What's going on, Jerome's Minnesota Fighting Vikings definitely need some pass rush on the interior. They can get it from the edge with Grenard, AVG, Diamond Dallas Turner, etc. But that quick penetrating interior pressure where they can just blow up an A or a B gap, don't have it. We need it. And hopefully Jalen Redmond, Levi Drake Rodriguez can become a little something. But as of right now, the Vikings don't have it. And you look at the playoffs, it just frustrates you, right? Where you got Milton Williams with the Eagles, who certainly wouldn't mind having him. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Chris Jones, and it's just, I want that, I need that, and if the Vikings can have defensive linemen who can actually get a pass rush, that means that Flores could potentially blitz less and leave the back end less exposed, and also it would change things up, since if you blitz every time, they figure it out. Yeah, but the Vikings, the draft class is fantastic for defensive linemen, and they should hammer it along with running back, yes, but the Vikings have a ton of cap space. They can certainly spend on D-line, and they should and could look into guys like Milton Williams. But other than that, the free agent class ain't that great in terms of defensive linemen. Yeah, you could have B.J. Hill. It's where your mom lives. D.J. Jones is out there, but he's a little bit older. Jerry Tillery is seen as a premier free agent, but Levi Nwuzurike, you could certainly take him from Detroit. He's starting to round into form. Lee McNeil got re-signed by Detroit, so it's whatever. But I don't know. What if I told you there's a player that could enter the free agent pool very soon because San Francisco is going to cut Javon Hargrave? Now, I know what you're saying. Didn't Hargrave just sign a 4-year, $84 million deal to go from Philly to San Francisco a couple years ago? Yes, but San Francisco apparently is going to move on from the 31-year-old defensive tackle who still has some damn good football left in him. This is from CBS Sports, our guy Joel Corey. Hargrave being limited to 3 games this season with a partially torn right triceps altered his tenure with the 49ers. General Manager John Lynch confirmed plans to release Hargrave with a post-June 1st designation is his season-ending press conference. Now, just because it's post-June 1st, that doesn't mean that he can't sign anywhere until June 1st. It'll be that designation. So he will be able to hit open free agency just like everyone else. Plus, what's great about it, too, is that he would not count in the comp pick formula since he is being cut, not off an expiring contract. So that certainly would be appealing to Kwesi and the Vikings. Now, Hargrave's a stud, man. Just in terms of a pure pass rusher, a guy that can generate his own hustle, you love it. And Hargrave, a third-round pick, out of South Carolina State by the Steelers, really came into his own with 3 seasons with the Eagles. Stupid Eagles, man. Right, where 2022 was his launching point, where he had 60 tackles, 11 sacks, 66 pressures, and was just really getting after things. Big time respect there. Signed that massive deal with the 49ers. Had a really great 2023 season where he had 7 sacks, another 60-plus pressure season. But like Corey said, the partially torn bicep really cost him in 2024. And San Francisco had a ton of injuries, especially on defense, and it just sort of is what it is. But why Javon Hargrave? So Kwesi loves the medical players. Like he loves draft busts. He loves the medical players. Just like, hey, your value is down. You're a distressed asset because of injury. Oh, we will take that risk. Perfectly fine. A 1-gap penetrator, instant pass rush. 2021 to 2023, 25.5 sacks, which is good. It's fantastic for a defensive tackle. 60-plus pressures in each of those 3 seasons as well. So he's a guy that can still get after it. Plus, a rotational pass rusher. He's not going to be a 3-down player. It never really was throughout his career. But now the Vikings specifically have a need on guy on passing downs, just getting after things. Positional flexibility. Now, with the 49ers, he played a traditional under tackle role, but with Philadelphia, he was all over the place. 3-tag, 4-tag, 5-tag, pass rushing nose, and a wide 9 at times. So he can line up anywhere and just really get after things. Plus, he's going to be cheap. Coming off of the medicals, also factor in age. He is going to be likely on a 1-year prove-it deal, and the Vikings have a ton of cap space and perfectly fine taking a flyer here because it is a low-risk, high-reward spot because if Hargrave does reach back to his heights of the previous seasons off of this bicep, certainly will be good to go there. Also, like we said, does not count in the comp pick formula. So I really like Hargrave. I really, the Vikings showed that they want to get into the defensive tackle derby last offseason with Christian Wilkins before the Raiders just spent all the money. And Hargrave, say the Vikings don't get Milton Williams, another stupid Eagles defense. We got to stop letting the Eagles get defensive linemen. That's it, man. But overall, like, if the Vikings don't get Milton Williams, Hargrave certainly would be a nice consolation prize where it's not going to cost you a ton. And also he fills the very specific niche and role of having getting a pass rush on meaty downs, where you still have Harrison Phillips. I wouldn't mind bringing back Tillery or Bullard to help with the run, but having someone out there beyond hoping that Redmond or LDR or whoever you draft is going to be that dude. Just having an established veteran who can get things done. Flores does tend to skew more towards the veterans, and Hargrave giving him a chance to have a bit of a career rehab season in a place where you're going to win some games. Going to be a lot of fun, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings need to be all in on Javon Hargrave once the 49ers release him. We're in, baby. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best you know what to do. Skull production value.